Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be continuing on this spread, and the setup of this page is already on my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing the decorating. I filmed this first setup video at night, and now today is cloudy and overcast, but if I turn on my overhead light, you guys will get a shadow of my camera stand. So let's just hope that this is gonna work. So I've pulled out a whole bunch of different things. I'll let you know what I'm using as I use them. And then a lot of the decorative elements that will be repeated, I will most likely speed it up in the video or cut it out completely. Let me know what you guys prefer. If you prefer to see the whole thing, or if you get the point, you just want me to cut out the repeated movements, let me know in the comments down below. But I think that is it, so I'm just gonna get started. I did decide what I wanted this to say over here. I was going to like die cut this out and make it really pretty. I don't have stickers, or else I probably would just use stickers. But after putting this page in, my book is very fat. More so down here where all of that cardstock is that I put in, it's fighting the binding here a little bit, which I knew would happen, so I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, so because of that, I'm not going to try to add any more. I'm not going to try to add too much more bulk. There are some cut aparts and things like that that I have cut apart in hopes to maybe use as decoration in the book, but we'll see as we get there. So for starters, I'm just going to put the title here. I'm using a Jelly Roll 08 white gel pen, and I'm just going to put monthly overview here. Other goal here is to use the scraps of paper that I have and not to pull out any new paper packs. So we are just going to go with that. I'm going to be using the fossilized amber as my distressing ink today. When I did the note cards, I used vintage photo, but I'm wanting to add this kind of as like a gold effect, and I'm kind of wanting to add more of the goldy color into the spread. Okay, now we are going to pull out all of the cards, because all of the cards are going to get the exact same backing on them. Exact same design. So we're going to get out our Mini Misty stamping platform. Now I'm going to use this stamp by Elizabeth Craft Designs. This is from their Everyday Elements, and I'm going to be using Bloom. It's CS298. This is designed by Annette Green, who is also here on YouTube if you guys are interested. If you just search her name, if you just search her name, she'll pop up for you. She's actually the reason why I got into this whole scrapbooking, memory keeping, planner, art journaling thing. So I'm going to use the lines from there, and I want it lined up perfectly. Whew. Okay, there is one trick. Before you use a stamp for the first time, you want to clean it off, because there's some sticky chemical, some sticky substance that is left on the front of your stamp from production, from the warehouse, from making it. Just take a wet wipe and scrub your stamp really well. It helps so that when you use your stamp, you don't end up with like a black stain. So I'm not going to use gray. I'm just going to go in with VersaFine black. It's my favorite black to use. It's actually the only black that I own currently as well. So we are just going to do all of the tags the same way. Just like that. So those are little journaling lines so that I can write down what happened this month. And you could not put the journaling lines. I just prefer them. So there's this one. I'm going to punch the rest and then we will be back. So now that the back of these are all stamped with lines, they're ready for journaling. I do need to journal the first 4 for sure because it's already made, but that'll be easy. And then the fronts of them, I was debating putting the month on. So for example, I have this stamp from Elizabeth Craft Designs. This is small doilies in tabs, the stamp and die set. So I was thinking about adding like January, February, March, April, May to the actual tab. But I think where the number is there, I may not have to. I mean, I could just for fun because I could just for fun. But then I also have the idea of adding the words here. January, February. They're just so small too that at some point they are going to get lost. Okay, I've made the decision. I'm going to put it on the back of the cards. I'm going to put them up here in this section of the cards. Let's see. Okay, and I'm not going to put these on my Misty. I'm just going to put them on a stamping block. And let's make sure I have the right one. And I think I'm just going to put January right there on the side. And I think I'll do all of them up at that top corner. I don't think we need January on the front too though. Okay, and again, I'm just going to use my VersaFine black ink. Let me make sure all of these are in the right order. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I will most likely double check every time I stamp just because it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so my monthly journal highlight cards, I think they are complete. I would like to add a tag. I am going to add tags here. I'm going to use washi tape for the tags just so that hopefully they take up less space. So I'm just going to go through and add little washi tape tags to all of these. They're nothing fancy and they're flatter. That's why I'm doing it this way. There's ribbons on all of these, and they have been stamped. We're gonna put them back in the book. Okay, so we have those all back in the book. I think I'm good with this spread, actually. I want to just add a decorative border here, so. Okay, so there's that page. Now, I'm not going to add anything to this tab page because I think it's great just how it is. And then this one, if I were to add anything, I would want to add some stamping. So let me see what we've got here. We've got these different doily patterns. But honestly, I think it's fine how it is. I think all of these that just have the washi tape, things like this, I think I'm just gonna leave them. The only things I think I wanna add things to are maybe these blank. finished design. All I have to do now is fill out every single month with the highlight of that month or something big that happened, or really just anything I want. And I really, really like how this turned out. I love the different flaps for the different tabs. You can tell that they are secure enough that they aren't falling out as I turn the page, but yet they're basically all of the tag is showing. So as I look at the book, you can see everything. Here's the back page. I really liked this last reflections, heartfelt reflections part in the back, because that way I can kind of write down the notes on how I felt about the whole year. So that is the finished look. Again, this is at the back of my creative journal. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If so, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.